Hello FIGGIE fiends and collectors, this is me, Daniel East 1000, back again with another figure review. I know it's been some time since I've sat down to talk figures with you. I've wanted to, but unfortunately releases at the minute are just all over the place. A little bit annoying. First world problems at the end of the day. We just need to remember that. This is a bit of a first world problem, this one. The figure that we're going to be taking a look at today. So, you know, you get your standard figures that come out and they're relatively easy to get and obtain at some point. Then Hasbro comes along and they do their exclusives. Typically they were for San Diego Comic Con, other conventions and things. Now it's more so just for Hasbro Pulse. And Hasbro Pulse, I think, has caused more problems than fixing them. And I'm not subscribed to that. I'm not going to bend down to Hasbro. And regardless if I did subscribe to that service, there's still not the guarantee that I'm going to get into the queue to get the figures. So this figure that we're having a look at today was an exclusive on Pulse. It's a figure that a lot of people did want. This should have really, in my opinion, been okay, an exclusive, but then they say, yeah, it's going to get released in the standard line, just not in a fancy box. But nonetheless, that was Hasbro's decision, and the markup for it is ridiculous in my personal opinion. £30 to get it from Hasbro Pulse, but obviously that sold out almost instantly. So without further ado, we're going to be having a look at Star Wars The Black Series Trapper Wolf, of which I'm split if I'm going to keep in the box or if I'm going to open it. The reason for this is the price that I paid for it, because I had to go through not Hasbro Pulse directly but another website, and this is by no means a berate at the other website. I paid the money for it. £50. I got what I wanted, paid the price for it. Sadly, this figure shouldn't have been a rat race. This should have literally just had a normal standard release like all the exclusives we've had. It maybe should have come with some exclusive accessories to make it exclusive to this release. And then if Hasbro said, yeah, we're releasing the figure just on its own with the accessories like the helmet, the gun, later on down the line, that would have been fine. The fact that they made it a bit of a mad scramble to get this. And the thing that makes this figure quite important for me, why I want it in my collection, either to have open or to have boxed, it's because of this boy. This character is played by Dave Filoni in The Mandalorian. Dave Filoni, for those of you uninitiated, directed The Clone Wars and worked on The Mandalorian, and is now the creative executive at Lucasfilm. Plainly and simply, the man gets Star Wars, and to get a figure of him is great, and it's something I've really wanted to add to my collection. I love it when they do figure releases like this where it's people behind the scenes dressed up either as their characters with their cameos or just as a nice little nod to them. To make it exclusive though, and mainly on their own website, is just sneaky. Although I'm sure other websites will get them in due course because there is probably more hidden somewhere in a warehouse, but who knows? Who knows? Time will tell. If some get uncovered by a site and they get some more in stock and it's for a reasonable price, maybe I'll get another to either keep carded or open, depending what I'm deciding to do with this, and this is what this video kind of is. So without further delay, because I'm putting this off because I'm rambling a bit, but this is the packaging. You've got the X-Wing on the front there, very, very glossy look, Star Wars The Black Series, the Mandalorian name tab just there. You've got a picture of the character, Trapper Wolf, as well as the space station that he helps destroy in the first episode that he appears in. And then he does subsequently appear later on in Season 2, The Mandalorian. Then on the back, you've got Star Wars The Black Series, a bit of Lego McGuffle there at the bottom. But when you slide it open, there you've got a picture of the character and a bio of Trapper Wolf, of which I will include in the description down below as always. Then on the side you've got that X-Wing continuing on the side with Star Wars The Black Series at the bottom. Then if you pull this open, it works as a sleeve, and you can see the figure with all their accessories. I say all, 2 accessories. You've got the helmet and you've got the blaster, and you've got the figure itself. Now, the figure itself is effectively reuse with one new part. So the body is Luke Skywalker from the first wave. It's either got some little repaints on it. That's fine, I don't mind reuse, but when it comes to the price that you're going to charge for Hasbro, that's when you can really sod off. £30 for this? No. This should have been a standard release for what you're getting here. This is a £20 figure. If it included some ice spiders, if it included something else that just elevated it a bit more, maybe a stand, just something. Even if it included Dave Filoni's signature fedora, that would have been okay. They've put a bit of thought into that. Instead they just put a helmet, blaster, done, slap a new head on it, of which I must admit has a very good likeness to Dave. He's got a very cheeky smile on his face, that works. In terms of the articulation of the figure, if you didn't know, ball jointed head, ball jointed shoulders, ball jointed elbows, ball jointed wrists, ball jointed torso, ball jointed hips, swivels at the tops of the thighs, double hinged knees, and ball jointed ankles with the rocker joints. The packaging does not elevate the price. The figure is just standard. There's nothing particularly exclusive about this other than the fact that they've made the figure itself exclusive and they made a limited number of it. It's sneaky, and I think they should have really just done it as a normal release. Cardboard, as we know with the Rancor, doesn't make it special. Yeah, I think in terms of this figure, I will be keeping it boxed. That's the potential consensus here. I think like with the Cad Bane and Armourer, they came with something exclusive. Cad Bane came with Todo 360, which was the only way you could get Todo 360. The Armourer came with accessories that you could only get with that particular release of the Armourer. This is just a standard figure made to be an exclusive, and it needed something extra to make it exclusive. Cheeky. Cheeky is the word for it. So that's it. That's my review rant about this figure. Obviously I am a bit salty about the price I paid for it, but I think I'm more so salty about the fact that Hasbro thought they could charge £30 for a effectively standard figure, and they got away with it because people bought it. Which is fair game on them, but I just think it's becoming quite prominent with Black Series in terms of what they're doing. We're seeing a lot more reuse than usual, and I was kind of fine with it, but as the releases are coming along, they're becoming lazier and lazier in terms of the decision making as to why they're using those parts and components and figures for the reuse. I don't know if that's just me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Have you picked this figure up? Curious if anyone wants to share. What price did you pay for it, and what are your thoughts behind it? This is me, however, Daniel East 1000, signing out. Thank you very much for watching.